Hi YouTube, this is Betty with Scrap Passion 01, and I'm excited to share with you guys my cards that I created for my image card swap. I was in three groups. I was in the La La Land Group 1, the Magnolia Group 1, and the Saturated Canary. So I created all 6x6 easel cards. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it and share with you card number 1 for the La La Land group. So this is the first card, and some of you may have already seen this card. I submitted this card for the Not Too Shabby Shop relaunch party. So she was celebrating her shop reopening, and I wanted to showcase something from her shop, so I submitted this card. So like I said, this is a 6x6 easel card. The image is Bumblebee Marcy. The paper stack that I use is was the lemon flower stack. This is an oldie but goodie, and this paper is by DCWV. I use the beaded ovals spellbinders die, the La La Land filigree corners, and the floral ovals. Did I say that? Floral ovals spellbinders. No, I didn't. I didn't use the floral ovals. This is the beaded ovals. Sorry about that. I also use my Creative Time honeycomb die. So let me bring the card closer so you can see it. I had some of these cute little bumblebees in my stash, and I thought it would be very becoming to put the bumblebee right on top of the flower. The flower is from Wild Orchid Crafts. I included some tulle in the flower spray. And I added a little cute little flower in her dress to kind of bring it out some. And what I thought was really cute about this card was I added a pom-pom to her little antennas. And I put the honeycomb die behind here and here at the bottom. And the sentiment reads, "Cute as can be," and that sentiment comes with the stamp set. And I am loving the La La Land filigree corners. It just gives your card such an elegant look, and I really, really love that. So this is card number 1. So let me share with you card number 2. Here is card number 2. And the stamp set that I used was the Sugar and Spice Marcy. The paper stack I used was I Love Baking, and that's by the Paper Studio, and that is a very old stack. It's been in my stash forever. I also used the La La Land die, the filigree corner. And my favorite spellbinders die is the floral ovals. I mean, I love, love the floral ovals die. So those about most of what I used on this card. And this cute sentiment that reads "a work of art," that came from the paper stack. So I colored her up with my Copics. I paper pieced her headband. I put a little pearl in the center of her bow to kind of bring that out. I added some stickles to the heart and the cupcake. And I put some Wink of Stella on her clothing and her shoes and her socks. Uh-oh, you may not can see it, but yeah, and I also included some doilies in the back here. You can see that to give it, a really soft look. So I tried to be very, not to use as many embellishments and to showcase the image as much as possible, because it is called an image card swap, right? So I really wanted to showcase the image. So this is card number 2. Moving on to card number 3. Okay, this is card 3. And, oh, sorry about that. Good grief. Sorry about this, you guys. Let me get it right. Okay. This La La Land stamp is the, the Heart Balloon Marcy. The paper stack that I used was Ooh La La by My Mind's Eye. I also used my favorite, I'm really loving the La La Land filigree corners. I also used the Martha Stewart Deep Edge Punch for the inside of the card. And let's see, I also used a My Creative Time stamp set. It's called Life is Good stamp set for the sentiment in the inside. I also used the Heart Circles Spellbinders die. So that's about the gist of what I used. I had some of this lace in my stash, so I just made a bow and put this little flower in the center. Someone gifted this pretty stick pen. I can't remember who gave me that stick pen, but it was perfect for this particular card. I paper pieced the balloon, her headband, her shoes, her dress, and I used my Copics for skin tones and her hair. I also used some doilies in the back here. And the sentiment reads, the perfect day. Okay, and I tried to be very, not to include sentiments, because I wanted the person that receives the card to be able to use it for whatever. So I didn't want to go with happy, happy birthday, but the perfect day can be for anything. So that was my idea behind that. Here's the Martha Stewart Deep Edge Punch here. And so this is card number 3. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to share with you the Magnolia Group 1 cards. Okay, you guys, this is card 1 for the Magnolia Group. And the paper stack I used was the Authentique, and the collection is Sweetness. So I think she turned out super cute. Let me bring her a little closer. And I created some pockets because this paper stack has some really, really cute tags in it. So I wanted to showcase the tags on the card. So this one says, keep calm and eat ice cream. And I used gesso all over the card and all over the tags. And I used some seam binding for the ribbon. This one says, you melt my heart. And then this one on the side says, yum. So I used some doilies here to create the pocket. I used, again, in the 2 corners, the La La Land filigree corners. I told y'all I'm loving it. And then this sentiment I used was, you're my sweet treat. I used this cute little ice cream cone and the embellishment in the center of the bow. And she turned out super cute, you guys. I love this card. So I'm going to kind of go quickly because I don't want this video to be past 15 minutes or it won't let me upload it. So that's card 1 for the Magnolia. Here's card 2. Okay. So the paper stack that I used for this particular card was, let me find it, the Bella Rose. And you guys, this is my flavor. I love this. This is shabby chic goodness. So I love that so much I had to order that in the 12 by 12. So love that paper stack. So the papers are so pretty. I mean, it just shabby-licious. I love it. So again, I told you I wanted to focus more so on the image, and use very little embellishment. So I put a small flower spray in the corner, used those filigrees again, colored her up with my Copics, the Magnolia, and I put these cute tiny little bows in her hair to just kind of accent her little ponytails. I made this cute little bow here and put a button in the center. And I had this little heart locket in my stash, and so I used some gesso and colored it up and added it on there because it was like a brass-like color. And then I put these little pearls in there. And I just think it's precious. I love it, love it. And I also used gesso all over the because I wanted a really soft feel for these cards. So I used the gesso all over the cards. And I also used, I think this is the Parisian accents in the back here. You can see that in the back of the card. And again, my favorite, the floral ovals, spellbinders. So that's card number 2. And here's card number 3. Okay, so after I created with the Bella Rose paper, I had to keep it going because I love the paper stack. So I also used the same stack for this card. I created some floral sprays in the corners. And I used, this is the La La Land banner die that I included there in the flower spray. And these cute flowers right here, I love them. I got that from Elise, My Pretties by Elise. Thank you so much, Elise. I love that. If you get some more of those, girls, please let me know. Because it was just so perfect and so soft for this card. So here's my cute little magnolia, and she's sitting on top of a honey jar. And I put a cute little bow in her hair, and I paper pieced her outfit, her little jumper, and her little socks. And I think she turned out cute. And I also used those same little bitty bows on her ponytails to bring that out. I used the La La Land filigree corners, baby. I love them. So that is card number 3 for the Magnolia group. And so I'm going to pause the video and get the Saturated Canary cards. Okay, you guys, this is the Saturated Canary group. And the paper stack I used was Webster Pages, the Citrus Squeeze. And this was a digital image that I had on my computer. So I haven't used it before, so I wanted to use it. And I think she turned out super duper cute. She has little washi tape on her fingers. And I put the sentiment there that reads, "Got washi." And I also put some washi tape there to kind of bring out the sentiment. I used my Spellbinder dies, the floral ovals, and the rectangle. I think it was the romantic rectangles, I think. And I created this flower spray there in the corner. And I think she turned out cute. I also had a little bow there that I put in her hair. I put her some earrings on. I added a cute heart embellishment on her shirt. I stickled or used Winkle Stella on her clothing. I colored her up with my Copics. And I think she turned out super cute. I also put some washi tape down here at the bottom. So that's that card, and let me show you. I only had to create 2 cards for this group. And so here's the second card. And the paper stack I used for this card was the Lost and Found, the Ruby. And this was also a digital image I had on my computer. And this little nurse here has like little fangs. You can see it there. I thought she was super cute. And then I put the sentiment there, being sick bites. I had a cute little bow in my stash. I put a button there in the center and stickled the heck out of her. And so I think she turned out cute. And she got her little syringe there. She read it. So that's card number 2 for the Saturated Canary. So those are my cards. I will have pictures at the end. And thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.